everyone. We're back with a gold mine of information for today. We will get that Google form out to you so that way you can start voting as I kind of go over the gist of this for any new viewers. So right here is the Google form. Feel free to start voting. Once you see the choice board. And the choice board you can see, hi Amy, the choice board you can see on the Google form. So if you want to just kind of take a best guess, go ahead, but I will go over it in a minute. So basically what this is it is a quick 15-minute session where I go over what you vote for. So we're going to see what you guys kind of vote for, and then that's what my focus will be for this session. And we'll do as many as we can within 15 minutes, which is a pretty quick time. So we usually only get to like 2 or 3, depending on how long I talk. And if it's an edgy protocol, I usually talk really long. If you don't know me, my name is Stephanie Howe, and I'm an instructional technology coach with Pickerington Local School District. And I just love ed tech and helping teachers fall in love with it as well. If you are not a part of our Google group, please join. All of the resources will be added to the group. So if you are not a part of the group, you will need to join. And I'm going to put that link and all the information in the chat. I'm actually going through my Google Drive sharing settings right now because I kind of was like, oh, let me get organized with the last 15 minutes of summer. And that was a bad idea. So I'm starting to try to get organized, but it's kind of a hot mess. So again, join that Google group. If there's something that should have been shared with you, request access, and I'll figure out what's going on with that resource. Okay, so for today, all of the resources are going to be collected on a Wakelet. And so what you're going to do is, again, you're going to vote. I go over as many as I can within the 15 minutes, and then all of those resources will get added to a Wakelet collection. You can see right here, we're at session 11, and you can view all of the previous sessions as well. Again, if something is blocked, just request access. I'm going to figure out what's going on with it. Again, I'm cleaning out my drive, just trying to get organized. I'm really upset with myself right now, but I know in the long run, I'll be happy about it. Okay, so here is the choice board. We've got true, truths, and one lie. Check-ins, which one has to go? A future email. Playful check-ins, master slide, historical cell phone, the Great American Race, class photo, student progress, make a copy, and then this or that. So again, here are the choices. Let me pull up the Google form. Let's see what we've got winning. You can vote as many times as you want. So feel free to just keep on voting until we get yours, the one that you want. All right, looking at the responses, it looks like which one has to go is winning. So that's right here. And what this is it is a Google slide that I found. I believe I found this in Facebook. So let me go ahead and add the group onto this. Let me go ahead and make it a commenter. I'm not going to notify people, and I'm sorry if I have been notifying people. I don't mean to. But with this resource, what happens is, oh, the form, it should have, did I not send it? Let me see. I don't know how I have votes. Let me throw the form in there again. Here's the form. Okay, there we go. So keep on voting. I'm going to go over this one, the first one that won, and this one is which one has to go. And again, all of these links will be on a Wakelet, so don't feel like you have to keep them all or keep them all tabbed or whatever. I'm going to throw them in the chat, but they're also going on a Wakelet for you. And so right here, you give this to your students at maybe the start of the class or maybe at the end, and it's just built to build relationships. So right here, maybe we're looking at this. Which one has to go? For me, probably H&M because I never shop there. And I love Target. So 8 would for sure stay for me. And then again here, and then the students can debate, well, why'd you pick that one? Why'd you pick this one? And they can kind of just go over and over the different which ones have to go. And sometimes I think maybe these 9 examples might be a little too much. Just delete some of the rows, and then you can decide what ones you need for your class or create your own. But I think this could be a really great way to build some of those relationships within our classrooms. Okay, I'm going to go back to that Google form. Let me throw that link in the chat again. And let's see which one we've got winning now. We have a tie. So hopefully we can break that tie. It's between 7 and 6. So again, let's try to break that tie. And again, you can vote as, oh, now there's a three-way tie. 6, 7, and 1 are all three-way ties. So hopefully we can break one of those. Okay, we got one. Option 1, 2 truths and a lie. Let me go ahead and throw this link into the chat. And let me change the sharing settings. Again, I'm going through my drive and I need to update all these sharing settings. So I apologize in advance. Actually, this one should already be shared, it looks like. Okay, so right here we've got 2 truths and a lie. And what the students do is they get some type of maybe math equation or some type of problem that you're using in your content. And what they do is they come up with 2 truths and then 1 lie. So they will write 2 truths about this topic and then they'll lie about it. And then what you can do is you can have them switch with a partner, and then the partner has to figure out what one is the lie and which ones are the truths, and they have to really think critically. And so this could just be a really fun activity. Again, you just put all of your different problems, your curriculum, whatever you're working on off to the side. The students, they do the truths, and 1 lie, and then you have a ton of different resources and exit tickets that you could use within the week. So again, I might give this to one student, this one to another student. Maybe I give, this to 2 different students. And then throughout the week, we solve those try-to problems as a class, and we have those in-class discussions about those. All right, let's go back to the Google form and let's see which one we have next. Option 6, master slide. This one actually needs to have a change in the name. But what this is it's just a YouTube video, but it's just walking through how to update that master slide. And so with that master slide, I sometimes forget to work in it, and they just updated the name to Theme Builder. I don't have all the presentations embedded in the Wakelet yet because you guys are voting for them. So I don't even know what I'm going to talk about next. So not all the presentations have been embedded yet, but they will. Just give me about 15 minutes after the session, and then they'll all be there. And I'll put the link for all of that in the chat. But if you want something right now, I'm throwing the links in the chat as well right now. Okay, so with that edit theme, you are able to go in and you can have it. So like, see here how I can move this around. What I should do is I should copy all of this and I should go into slide, edit theme. And again, they just changed the name. Duplicate this, paste it. And now when the kids have this copy, they can't edit on it. And so if they're going to move, and I should have deleted those text boxes, but right here, like they can't edit and move all those different symbols. Now this one is probably going to be projected on the screen, so the students won't be able to do that, but that can just kind of help. And so again, edit theme, and then right here, you're able to create just like you normally would in a Google slide. I can add different things. If you add a link or something like that, you need to add it outside of the theme. You have to add it on here. So what I normally do for that is I add a shapes. I made the box transparent, and then I hyperlink that shape. That way the students can't see it, but they can still click. So don't put shapes on the slide edit theme because they won't work. So you can just create your designs, everything that you don't want the kids to touch. If I wanted like a drag and drop, make sure you do that on the actual slide off to the gray space. Yes, on this Wakelet, it has every single session we've ever done. Some of the things on here might have share issues because I was saying that I've been organizing my drive. So if there is, just request access, and I'm going to try to work on it. I have like a ton of I'm trying to go through everything and just trying to make sure that I'm keeping students' work safe and all that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to reorganize my life. So just give me a couple days. I'm hoping to have it done by the end of this week. But again, if you need it ahead of then, just request access. Okay, let's keep going. I think we'll have time for maybe, hopefully 2 more. All right, we've got option number 10. So student progress. So right here on this blog, let's go ahead and open this. So what this is that students, there's a whole YouTube video on this, and there's a ton of resources. And this is a great way to kind of work on your students' progress throughout the school year. And so right here, you can see that I'm able to track every single student on my sheet. And so again, I can give students data. I can go in and you can kind of see here, like through the spreadsheet. Let me see if I can pull up the spreadsheet so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So Q1 right here, I've got all my students and I'm saying like, yes, they were here. They were here Monday, you know, they were missing maybe work here. M for us means they've mastered the material. So maybe you put a grade here. And so again, I just kind of take all my students and I just mark how they're doing. I can quickly look for patterns and I can say, oh my gosh, this student was out this whole week. This student has a ton of missing work. And I'm able to see all of that because of the conditional formatting that's set up. Over here in the notes, I can make notes as well. And I can say like, great job, missing work. And I can write what they're missing. And then over here, I can go to week 2 and have it kind of going as well, and week 3 and so on. And so then I can really start to kind of see all my students on once on this sheet. But then when I go over here, it says student 1. It is collecting the data from all of the weeks for that student. And so what it's doing is it's taking that student number 1 and it's getting the information from week 1, week 2, week 3. And so now I can look at all of this information as a student. And then this has all of the directions and everything that you need to be successful with this project. And then what you can do after you set that up is you can create an autocrat message for your parents. And so I just use a simple template like this is I just put to view your student's name, and then I'm gonna put a link for them. Because what you can do on these Google Sheets is you can go up here to File, and then if you go to Publish As, or Publish to the Web, and let me make a copy because I'm in the wrong account. So once I make a copy, I'll be able to publish it. And then you can just publish that one sheet for your students' parents. And then every single week they can click that link and it updates for them. And so it's just a great way, again, for you to manage all of your students and to get that individual feedback with that student as well. And so if you're conferencing with students, you're able to do that. Let me walk through that again. So File, Publish to the Web. And then instead of the entire document, I just want student 1. And I would write students' names with my students. And then I want it to be a web page. And so when I hit publish, this is what the parents are going to see when they sign in. So then the parents can quickly see all of the notes I wrote for them. They can see how the student is doing and if they have any missing work or if they have any limited or progressing standards. They can see if the student is behind on iReady, if the student is how they're doing in science and social studies. And again, you can set up your template to fit your needs. And then once you do that, you're able to really see how the student's doing. It's a lot of setup. So when you do set this up, it is a lot of setup, but it's a one-time setup. And so again, here's the video if you're interested in learning more about like how it was originally created and kind of like the backbone behind this. But again, it can just kind of help you with organizing your classroom and your data for your students. And then you're able to conference with those kids, talk about, hey, you did really great this week. I can pull up this report and I can just look at that one student. I can go over here and I can look at multiple weeks. I can, it's kind of up to you on the information that you want to do to really dig into that data with your students. Okay, I didn't think I was going to talk about that one that long, but it is pretty in-depth. And again, there's a whole video here. It's 15 minutes long, but it goes over how to create this and how to set up everything that you need to do to be successful with the student data. And then there's that drive folder and there's the different step-by-step directions. I don't think I put this one in the chat, so let me throw that into the chat. And again, I'm going to throw all of these on a Wakelet as soon as I end the session, but thank you so much for joining today. I'm also going to throw in the feedback form. If you need a certificate of attendance, we would love for you to fill that out. So that way we know how we can keep improving here at Gold EDU. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. And again, that Wakelet will be done in about 15 minutes.